Continuing on with the halachot of Pesach, Baruch Hashem, we've discussed briefly the idea of what's chametz, what's kitniot, matzah, shira. Today, let's speak about what we see commercially sold as something called gebrux. It's a gebrux, the Yiddish word that refers to wet matzah. In theory, matzah that was soaked. And there's a big discussion amongst the achronim. What's the status of matzah? Kosher, mehadrin, everything was good about it. Kashila pesach matzah that was soaked, immersed in water, and it was made soft. So there's the minhag, famous minhag of the Chabad Hasidim, that what? They refrain from eating matzah that came into contact with water. What's their logic? What's their reasoning? They explain that perhaps, maybe there's a chance where there is still flour on this matzah that wasn't baked well, and once it comes into contact with water, it can become chametz, and chas v'shalom, you're transgressing the isur of chametz on Pesach. This is primarily the minhag of Chabad. Rav Ovadia, Rabban Chaim, actually begins with the Gaon of Vilna, the Gra, attacks this minhag wholeheartedly and says it's a minhag that's betaut, it's an incorrect custom. Once the matzah goes in a hot oven, there's no more concern of chametz. It's finished. It cannot become chametz. Once it's baked in a proper temperature, it's finished. No more issues. Rav Ovadia agrees, and Rabbi Chaim agrees as well. And therefore, the halacha for us Sfaradim is we are allowed to soak matzah in water. In fact, the Persian minhag, Mashadi custom, in many families was, as part of a snack, was to serve wet matzah for the over lecha, because it's easier to eat, it's easier to swallow than a hard cracker. Put it in water, it becomes soft. They put it in the towels or whatever types of paper towels, and it would keep the moisture, and it would become really soft like a wrap. That was the minhag in many families in Iran, and still today many people do it, and they don't have to be choshesh whatsoever to stop this minhag. It is a beautiful, proper minhag to do, and they can continue in that way because the Sephardi minhag in halacha is to permit matzah shiruya, matzah that was soaked in water without any concern. There's discussion in the poskim about what about those who were machmir, if they want to stop, do they need hazar adarim or not? It all depends on their initial kavanah when they began that minhag. We won't discuss that for now. Lastly, otam shemit chastin shelo lechol matzah klal b'sh'ar yemei pesach. There's some also that for the same logic that we're scared that it might become chametz, they don't eat matzah at all. They'll say that they have matzah at the seder they have because that's the mitzvah. After that, no more matzah. Why? Because maybe we might have chametz on it and water and mixture. Rav Ovadia explains that's completely not correct. It's not good minhag to have. It's good to have matzah all 7 days, especially on Shabbat and Yom Tovim when there's a mitzvah to do so. You must have matzah on those days. And lastly, just shimush mekemach matzah. The minhag today has developed to use this matzah meal, meaning it's matzah that was grounded up and looks like flour, and we make cakes and stuff like that with it. It's 100% okay. We don't have to be concerned that, it looks like chametz, it looks like different types of the problem. You can have it as long as it's the proper hechsher. It's okay, and you can enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and Chag Sameach.